Hello, 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 my loves. Welcome back to Moonday Messages. We are still in eclipse season. It is very intense energy. We are almost like in a portal between, or like in the mush of many, many different astrological transits and energies that are influencing us, right? We had a very powerful lunar eclipse in Virgo a couple of days ago, and we are ending this portal with a solar eclipse, which is happening 2 weeks after the lunar eclipse was. So, like in about a week or so. Let me check that. So, the solar eclipse is happening on March 29th. So, this portal that we are still in is so powerful for unexpected shifts, for unexpected blessings, for unexpected things that you do not anticipate, and it might also not necessarily feel good when it's happening, but eventually you will see how that was necessary. Okay, so it's also all mixed with a Venus and a Mercury retrograde, and then Neptune, the planet of illusion and the dream world and desires, is moving out of Pisces into Aries, which ends a 165-year cycle. So this is a huge thing because it has never happened for us before. Like, we've never had Neptune in Aries while we were alive. Okay? So it's a really, really huge thing. And the last time that happened, a lot of tumultuous energy in the world happened. I think it was during one of the world wars. I don't know if it was the first or the second one, and then just the civil war in the USA as well. So it's very forth bringing energy when it comes to humanity, but it can be disruptive energy, right? So I just want you to be prepared that there might be some disruptions energetically for you happening, but it will be all for your greater good, right? And it does not even have to be that way, right? But also with Mercury being retrograde and Venus being retrograde, like old stuff is coming up. So like it is emotionally taxing and uncomfortable to a certain extent as well. But at this point, you should probably be able to already see why it is necessary. You should already have a sense of like, as fucked up as this kind of makes sense. Because I've been meaning to work on this, and I've been meaning to release this, and I've been meaning to manifest this. So it makes sense that I'm going through all of these things from the past right now because they are energetically connected to what I'm calling in and what I'm letting go consciously, right? Like at some point, you made a decision of wanting to let go of something or wanting to manifest something. And now the universe, God, is sending you these events and experiences and people through the help, well, with the help of the astrological signs and shifts and transits, for it to be translated as accurately into the physical as you needed for your triggers to be triggered, so that you would start rethinking and rewiring your brain to get into the frequency necessary to be able to let that thing go or to call that thing in that you made a conscious intention around. Does it make sense? You are going, and this is always how manifestation work, right? Like you manifest something being on a specific frequency, and in order to be able to get that manifestation, you have to be on that frequency though. So you are going to meet people, have experiences, opportunities coming in your life or being taken away from you, so that you would go through that shift of frequency to get to that frequency that you need to be on in order to match the frequency of that manifestation. Because then it is there, then it is happening, then it will be in your life, then the money will be on your account, then the person that you are wanting in your life will be in your life, then the job that you wanted is being offered to you. When you are in that frequency that is necessary for you to be in, to hold energetically what it requires of you to have that person, that money, or that job. If that is something that now just blows your mind, then I want to invite you. I have a few more days left until my group coaching starts, where we work through exactly what needs to happen to shift you from that frequency into that frequency in order to manifest the things that you want to manifest. And I decided to open up a super sale again for this. So over 30% off, which is over $700 off. You are able to pay through installments, pay later, or afterpay options with Klarna, Afterpay, or Affirm. So many different options to make that happen for you. I have 4 spots left if you want to join us, and just hit me up so I can send you the link. And yeah, we get you through this portal, right? Through this energy right now. But let's get into this actual video, right? So the signs that this video and this message that you will receive in this video is for you will be on the screen now. The signs are 999, 888, a toad. Like it might be that you actually see a toad on the street, or it is in a movie, or you see it printed on a shirt or a bag, or it is in a anime or a comic or whatever. And then sushi. Maybe you just had sushi. Maybe you were thinking about sushi. Maybe you were ordering sushi. Maybe you want to go out for sushi. Maybe you see sushi. Maybe you see it printed. You know the deal, okay? But these signs, when these show up for you, then this message is for you. Everyone watching this video, I always set the intention to attract the people that need to receive that message anyways. So when you are here watching it right now, this message is for you regardless. But if you see any of these signs, that is like an extra sign for you to be like, oh, maybe I should watch that video again, right? And for everyone just seeing these things and now hearing me say these signs, that is just also going to like inflict some kind of an emotion of like, oh, I actually did saw this just now. So you're also already moving into the frequency necessary in order to receive that message the way you need to receive it as well, okay? Okay, let's get into it. We are in an energy where the sun moved into gate 25, which is in the G center, which is the identity center, which helps you to navigate life in a way of understanding how do I get to a point of understanding where I want to be and what I want to do and what I want to achieve. If you have it undefined, that means you are more of a chameleon and you attract people into your life that help you to see and push you through triggers or through love or through whatever they came here to do. They do their part in order to push you into the right direction to realize what life is supposed to be for you and how you should navigate it. But that also means that there will be other people that will influence you if you have your G center or your identity center undefined, and they might condition you. So when you are in situations where you talk to people about what you want to achieve or where you want to go, where you want to head in life, and it feels good in that moment, that's fucking amazing. But make sure that you go home and you cleanse from that energy to be able to tap into that decision with your energy to make sure that this is really what you want to do and who you want to be, okay? When you do have it defined, you have like a default setting already within you of knowing where you want to head, what you want to achieve. Not necessarily knowing all of the steps how to get there, but you have a sense of knowingness of what you want to represent in this lifetime, okay? So a little X course into human design. I also have capacity for human design readings right now. If you want one, reach out. But this gate is called the gate of the spirit of self, which is just really a reminder to ourselves of like, who are we underneath all of the layers and the boxes and the labels that society puts upon us. It is an energy to help you to find back to your true essence of who you are. This is universal love. It is innocence. It is the pursuit of higher purpose. And what is important by doing that is acting from a place of pure intention and integrity, because it helps us, this energy right now helps us to connect to who we really are beyond the labels, beyond the boxes, beyond the name, beyond the conditionings, beyond what we think other people see us as. And that energy helps us to let go of that and really connect to who we are underneath all of this, to have a sense of who we are, to have a sense of us, to have a sense of like what we're here for, right? That's why it is in the identity center. So it is important for you to help yourself to strip down what people might think. So you already notice probably that that is happening right now, because that is also very much eclipse energy, right? Of stripping us of all of the layers and all of the personas and past personalities that we put on because we thought that is expected from us. Okay? And also because we feel like if we do that, or if we embody that, then we receive the love that we're craving. If we do that, if we embody that, then we will receive the partner that we're craving. If we do that or we be that, then we will receive the amount of money or the job that we want. But that is not the truth, because that is like, this is grounded in falseness. This is grounded in something that is not your true belief. So even if you would do all of these things and believe and embody these things, and then you actually get the thing that you manifested, you will then realize, oh, that's not actually making me feel the way I thought it would make me feel. That is not actually what I wanted. I thought that's what I wanted, but it's not. Okay? So this energy right now, including the eclipse, is stripping you off. Storage was full. Mercury retrograde is retrograding. What I wanted to say is that this energy is stripping you of anything that is in the way of you leveling up. Does that mean you finally getting that manifestation, or you finally are over your ex, or you are finally over the toxic experience that you have in your work environment and you quit? Whatever it is, you will be matched with that energy, but it will not be the easiest route to get there, because the stripping down is uncomfortable, because it will take away all of the layers that you have held on for so long that kept you safe because it was familiar. You already kind of know that these layers are not benefiting the version that you are right now anymore, but it is too scary to think of what you need to embody in order to be that version that you want to be, that has the things that you're trying to manifest. So you have to kind of make a decision right now of like actually surrendering to that process. Okay? Okay. What else came through while I was channeling was that eclipse hangover is a thing. That is what you are feeling right now. You are exhausted. You might not be able to sleep. You have crazy dreams. Maybe you have a headache. You probably had some kind of stomach issues within the last 10 days or so, because the eclipse was in Virgo. Virgo rules the stomach and the intestines and all of that kind of energy in that area. And that was just also stripping down and a clearing and a purging of lingering energy in the physical in your body that was necessary to leave your body in order to make the changes in the energetics. Okay? So take it slow. You will probably, as of today, actually, I'm a day late filming this. As of today, we are in the new astrologic year. So happy new year. We are on a fresh slate. The Gregorian calendar that society is following of the new year starting on January 1st is absolutely not making any sense, because starting something new in the middle of winter, at least, one side of the equator, Makes no sense because nothing can grow in winter. Winter is about introspection. Winter is about being with yourself and being in hermit mode to prepare for that strip that we are in right now so that we can go into spring where things start growing again for our manifestations to happen, right? So now, having a new year now on March 20th makes much more sense. So it's the astrological new year and it is the energetic new year. So celebrate yourself today, have a little dance, have a little shake off, go get a massage, whatever it is, the way you want to manifest. You made it through a very rough year, 2024, basically. And we are starting anew now, right? We are still in the midst of eclipse and all of that, and it's still a little uncomfortable, and we're still in our cocoon. We're not the old version of ourselves yet anymore, but we're also not kind of the new version yet. So give yourself the time. And again, if you feel called, I would love to invite you into the group container Divinity in Motion to help you through that transition. Okay, so you should, with that being said, you should be feeling a little bit more energy as of today because it's Aries season. We moved out of Pisces season, which was very intense with all of the astrological shifts, and Aries is the first fire sign. It is the first sign in general, so there should be like a sense of excitement also about something because there's something new emerging. You are a new version of yourself, even though you're still in the middle of becoming that actual version that you want to become. You are already not that old person anymore, right? So there should be a sense of like excitement about something, about a project, about the new job that you're starting, about a person that you met. That there's something that already showed you that newness is coming, okay? What else came up was expect the unexpected. There might be an offer, an opportunity, maybe even an ex trying to come back because we have Venus and Mercury in retrograde. Venus is about love, values, and also money. Mercury is about communication, about technology, about all of that kind of stuff. So both of them going retrograde means that we need to revisit, evaluate, reconsider topics around Venus and Mercury. So love, money, values, communication, traveling, all of these kind of things. So be on time when you travel, plan in some extra time. If your ex is trying to come back, 9 out of 10 times, this is not what's supposed to happen. Leave the past in the past. If an unexpected offer or opportunity is coming your way, be excited about it, look at it. It might be actually exactly what you want. So don't, if it is out there and it is different and it gives you anxiety a little bit, don't push it away immediately. It might actually be for you. But if it is including a contract that you have to sign, be very diligent about this. Read every word, double check everything because Mercury is in retrograde. Communication styles, right, might be a little bit difficult. If that has been a thing that has been going on before Mercury retrograde started, then it's all good. If it is coming up the first time during Mercury retrograde, it might be a thing that you want to wait until signing, until Mercury retrograde is over, which is I think April 7th. Ask Google as long as it's free. God asks you for a little bit more patience because things are moving and being put into motion for you in the energetic realm. It is already happening. You just have to have a little bit more patience for it to ground into reality and into the physical world. Okay? I know we don't like to be patient. I know I'm not the best at it myself. I got much better, but so a little bit more patience. Okay, so let's see what the Oracle deck has to say about all of this energy. Okay, God, what is it that we need to know? What is it that we need to know? What does this collective watching this video need to know about the energies right now? What are we supposed to be aware of? What are we supposed to be aware of? What is it that we need to know? What is important for this collective to know right now, Spirit? something else. One more. Okay. Beautiful. The first card that came out is light codes. You are called to allow the sun and its light codes to activate you, bring you downloads that are necessary for you to realize and understand for this next season, for this next version of yourself, for this next thing that is about to happen for you. Okay? Because 15 minutes a day being in the sun, specifically before 10 a.m., because then it is easier also for you to like look into the sun, then it is not damaging, and then it is very healthy because it. And the storage was full again. Amazing. Okay, so light codes. Downloads are able to be like literally downloaded into your brain of like new knowledge and understandings about yourself, making connections of why things are happening in your life in order for you to realize something so that you can take the necessary action to get to the new level. Okay, so that is what is happening when you allow yourself to receive light codes. Okay, you can also get downloads in different ways, but like right now we are being called to do it in that way. Okay, because the next card that came out is creation, because you are creating something beautiful. There's something that is happening behind the scenes already because of the work that you already put in. So you are maybe wanting to work on a business or a project, or maybe you are actually pregnant, right? Like this is why I chose this beautiful depiction of this goddess being pregnant as this picture for this card, because specifically women, we are the portal between two worlds, right? We are the portal between the physical realm and the spiritual realm. We literally bring a spiritual being, a soul from that side into the physical through being pregnant, through birth, right? We are a literal walking portal, right? So, but this is the same thing for you when you create something. You are the portal. And this is not just for women, this is also for men. Like, it does not matter, right? Like, when it is about you creating something, you created it based on an idea that you had, which is also coming from the spiritual in some way, right? And then you let it grow in your brain instead of your womb, right? For it to happen, for it to come into fruition, for you to realize I need to take this and this and that action step to make that happen, right? So that is what you are being called to do right now, to like finally take that step of doing that and creating that thing. And in order for you to get to the point of realizing or having like the last realizations or the last understandings about these things, like this is what is going to be helpful for you to do to get into the frequency you need to be into for that creation. And then the last card that came out obviously is patience. So have a little bit more patience. I feel like everyone watching right now is waiting for something specific to happen. Maybe, and I'm talking about myself here as well, right? Like I always read myself just as much as I read all of you watching, right? So you might be waiting for the second shoe to drop. Maybe you are waiting to get an email back from someone. Messaging is delayed right now because of Mercury retrograde. Maybe you are waiting to reunite with someone. Maybe you are waiting to start this new chapter of your life because you're moving or you have a new job or whatever, and you're just like in this in-between phase, and it is uncomfortable because you just want to be there now. You just want to be united with that person, with that job, with that house, with that apartment, with whatever it is that you're waiting for. Have a little bit more patience. Ground yourself into the being that you are right now. Know that you are exactly where you need to be, right? Like that's one of my favorite tattoos I have, 1111, always on time, because that's exactly what it is. You're always on time, okay? You're never late. Sometimes we need to take some detours in order to realize that what we wanted to be or what we wanted to have was not the thing that we thought it was, because of everything that I explained earlier with the frequency shift that was not, that did not happen yet for you to get to a point of realization. Oh, that's actually what I want. It's not that, right? And then on the bottom of the deck, we have mountains. So you might need to have a conversation with someone in order for that all to happen, because on the bottom of the deck the card is always the overall energy, at least that's how I read it, of the entire reading. So there might maybe be a conversation that you need to have with someone to clear out air, to be on the same page, to realize something. It might also be a conversation that you have to have with yourself, right? It does not necessarily need to be another person, but it could be. And you know exactly who I'm talking about when I say this right now. So that person that came up in your mind right now when I said you need to have a conversation with someone, that's the person. Have that conversation, baby. Make it happen, okay? So, light codes, creation, patience, and a conversation that you need to have. Makes a lot of sense. I love you all. Thank you for being here. Thank you for helping me grow this channel. We reached 129 subscribers. I'm so proud of this. I'm so excited to see how this channel is continuously growing. Let me know in the comments what kind of content you want from me as well. Like, please let me know what else is there that you are interested in for me to share here on my YouTube. I would love to know, because there's so many things that I learned on my way. There are so many downloads that I had with being a professional psychic. There are so many understandings that it's sometimes difficult for me to choose to be like, oh yeah, that's what people need right now. That's what people want right now. Like, that's why I'm doing these readings, to like receive it without a filter right from above, to give you what you might not know yourself that you need, but maybe there are things that you know that you want and you're interested in. Please let me know. I would love to know, and I can see what I can do about it. So again, thank you for being here. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for helping me to grow this channel. Send it to someone that will benefit from this. And I love you guys, and I'll see you next week.